nobody mention Bankhead without acknowledging me.
We're in the bricks, P-Town. One original that they won't tear down. Hello.
Yo, it's your boy Casual Rail with the Silent A podcast. And man, we back with another one and a quick one at that. Yo, hit that like button, comment below and subscribe, man. We appreciate all that love, helping us grow quick. We're going fast. Again, hit that like button. It's free, and subscribe if you got the time, man. We appreciate that love. And for this one, we getting straight into it. We got the knee gate, the grease gate, that badass round number 9 from the likes of Gervonta Tank Davis taking on Lamont Roach. The scandal that is at hand. It's been around the news. March 1st, 2025. We already know what happened. Is it a robbery? Should Lamont Roach be the new 135 WBA champion? 2 weight division champion at that. Was the man robbed? It's yet still to be seen. The verdict is still out. People's cards are still flowing in and out. You know, some people had it 115, 113, honestly, for the likes of Gervonta Tank Davis. We had it 115, 113 for the likes of Gervonta Tank Davis. But then you got to score in that weird ass round number 9, right? What happened there? Should have been a knockdown. If you bring in that knockdown, and was the likes of Lamont Roach robbed of that knockdown, and you either have a clear victory for the likes of Lamont Roach or another draw, depending on how people's scorecards went. Again, people had Lamont Roach winning it and actually winning it 8-4, 7-5, you name it. Scorecards everywhere, but not getting into who really won the fight. We're going to get into why was Lamont Roach robbed of that 9th round knockdown, and more importantly, why was he robbed of the decision? Why didn't he get the benefit of the doubt? Why didn't he get that over the current 135-pound champion? Let's get straight into it. It's always coming down to the single thing. Boxing is a sport. We already know that. More importantly, though, boxing is a way of life, especially for them true fighters, those true warriors who lay it on the line. And before we get any further, shout out to the likes of Lamont Roach, who showed he's a true fighter, true technician in the ring, proved a lot of people wrong, proved us wrong, and I like to see more of them. Same thing to Gervonta Tank Davis, getting in that ring, scrapping it out the way he did. I don't know what the hell was going on with him throughout the build up to the fight, and even during the fight itself, taking that knee. Everything's just weird surrounding it, right? Salute to those men. Salute to all fighters that step in that ring. But let's get into it. It's a lifestyle for the fighters, but more importantly, it's also a lifestyle for the men behind the scene, the promoters, the ones who put up the money. Things keep going. Let's get down to it. Boxing is a business, and it's a lifestyle for the businessmen behind the scenes. Why did Lamont Roach get treated this way? Why did he not get the benefit of the doubt? Why is it a technicality right now? Now, let's back it up. New York State Athletic Commission is looking into it. May reverse this. We don't know yet. About time everything comes to fruition, they might do some justice for him, give him the knockdown, and depending on how the scorecards went, we'll have a clear victory for the likes of Lamont Roach and Gervonta Tank Davis taking his first loss. I can't be upset at that because the brother showed out, meaning Lamont Roach showed up and fought. But let's get back to it. Why was he treated this way? It's business. And I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, but there is realities. It's business, and I'm surprised that everyone's acting surprised. We know what's going to happen. Even Lamont Roach said it himself when he was talking to the likes of Gervonta Tank Davis in the championship rounds. Even Tank was telling him, said, they ain't going to give it to you. Tank even knows, which I really have a problem with Tank on that, because I think it's the silk sheets, the special treatment, the PBC treatment that he's been getting. Obviously, you know, he's the breadwinner over there. You should take care of your breadwinner, but the fact that even he knew and kind of relied on that lets us further know what's going down. The A-side treatment, the A-side special rollout red carpet that, yeah, I'm the champion, I'm the breadwinner, I'm the big name, I'm going to get the benefit of the doubt. Some people argue Canelo Alvarez gets the same type of treatment on scorecards, and we have seen some shaky scorecards on likes of Canelo Alvarez, but let's stick to Tank Davis. He was getting some special treatment that night, especially with the likes of the knee gate there in round number 9. Never seen it before, but again, it's business. They're going to protect that business and the breadwinner. Why? Because they had bigger fights lined up past Lamont Roach. They were looking past Lamont Roach. Let's get clear. They were looking past Lamont Roach and it was business. Likes of Jake Paul in the arena, Shakur Stevenson, not too far from the ring himself. These are big money fights, big things lined up. Nothing is getting in the way of that, especially when they were already planning to call someone out. A lot of people speculating that it was Jake Paul because he's the one that actually came around and been around the locker room. And most people feel that we're never going to get that Shakur Stevenson fight anyways. But rumor has it, we even called it live, that actually Shakur Stevenson is the front runner, or was the front runner, until this thing happened. But let's get back to the business again. No one was really interested in likes of Lamont Roach, Gervonta, Tank Davis, until, Tank Davis showed little interest, weird antics. Both of these men are very familiar with each other. I don't think Tank really wanted to fight him for those few reasons. When you're too familiar with a person, there's no animosity there. I think Tank is an emotional fighter who was driven off the animosity, driven off competition. And for the likes of Lamont Roach, they were a little bit too cool, too friendly before the fight. And what better way to, break some bread with your brother? But still, I want to get to those bigger fights, meaning Gervonta, Tank Davis. I think he's looking past them, looking forward for those fights. Did what he had to do, did some weird shit, and draw a lot of controversy because I think he, we'll have a different video for it, but I think the silk sheets and pajamas and special treatment for Gervonta Tank Davis has really ruined his fighting spirit. But back to the business. The suits at hand are going to save everything they got to do to save the future fights, save the name of Tank, save the name of the pay-per-view model for him so we can have those bigger fights. And what better way to have some controversy? Oh, he can be beaten. He can be beaten. He's not unbeatable. Now, the next two fights for him become even sexier, come even bigger. Because now they're going to spin it into, he is beatable. There's some controversy. He wasn't wrapped too tight mentally for this. He wasn't really focused on it, but now he is, which meaning his next big fight, because they're already talking about the rematch now. At first, they were going to skip it, but now I think they see the controversy, meaning the business, the suits behind it. Let's run it immediately back. They're talking May 2025, June 2025 timeframe to let them get back into it. Let me find out this was the play the entire time. Let me find out that weird ass knee he took was already pre-planned. You saw Tank look off a little weird before he took the knee. It's like, what are you doing in the middle of the fight? Never seen this before, especially for the likes of Tank Davis and any fighter of this caliber. Let me find out this was the play the entire time to build the business, have two, back-to-back rematches, build them up big. Both fighters breaking bread with each other. We already know what was going on. Not saying Lamont Roach knew what was going on. I'm saying the likes of Tank Davis and the PBC brand behind it knew what was going on, built this fight back up, get you a rematch after his next fight, show some chinks in the armor of Tank, build him up even more. Now he can be beaten. Now I can sell off the next fight even more. Yeah, he can be beaten. And pump that harder. And now I got a badass rematch lined up into it. It's all about the business. This is why Lamont Roach is getting taken like this. It's why the treatment is coming like this. Again, it's all about the money, all about the Benjamins, all about the name of the boxing business. Let's not act surprised. Again, let me find out that was the play the entire time. Now that's alleged. That's our speculation because it's really looking a little bit suspicious about how everything's playing out, how that knee went down, how it's blaming on some grease and X, Y, and Z. It's all funny business, but it's still business. Not too sure what's going to wrap around with that. Again, that's alleged, but let's get back to the real thing we do know is there were bigger fights on the horizon next. Those took priority. They're going to save their fighter for that. Hence, you see the likes of Steve Willis doing a count and then not calling it anymore. And we'll see what the New York State Athletic Commission does about this. Now there's been a big uproar. We'll stay tuned. But again, in the name of business, it still built up a big ass rematch. Now both fighters are going to get paid even more. A lot of people are going to tune in more to the next pay-per-view event for them because it's going to be pay-per-view. That's what Tank does. Him and Lamont Roach too. All this controversy, all this hoopla built it back up. Easy rematch, easy business is done. It builds up for the next fight for Shakur Stevenson, or I really don't want to see the Jake Paul, but you name it. Anyways, man, we talked way too long on this. Let us know what you think, man. It's about the business. We already know that, but what type of shady business is going on? What type of funny business is going on over there? You let us know. We gave you our thoughts, man. It's your boy Casual with the Sunday Podcast. Hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe, man. If you got the time, we appreciate that love. Until the next time.